All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this new intro. How's everybody feeling? Shout out to everybody who's here. Melissa, Camsta, Plague Dogs, Blues Guy, and anybody else who's here. Thank you for being here. And all the links you need are in the description. Links to the Discord are in the description. And let's go ahead and show what we're talking about for today. So what we're talking about today is, why do crypto projects actually die? Like, why do they actually fade away into absolute irrelevance? Well, this is what we're talking about here. Gonna raise that crypto IQ. Just getting a couple things ready on the back end. So the myth of the sudden collapse, right? So there's this thing that's perpetrated in crypto that projects that fail have these big dramatic rug pulls, or they just go to zero like Terra Luna Classic all of a sudden. Most people think projects die in dramatic ways, right? Hacks, rugs, lawsuits, sudden token crashes. In reality, most projects die quietly long before the token ever reflects it. And so here we are over on Crypto Bubbles. Thank you everybody for being here. Welcome to Underground Crypto, where we will be deep diving all kinds of things. Whether the market is up, the market is down, we will be raising our crypto IQs here. At least I will, regardless of what is going on in crypto. So if you want to raise your crypto IQ, you want to learn a lot about how the blockchain works, different ecosystems, and our topic of the night: how do crypto projects die? And how can we recognize this before it is absolutely too late? So let's see what's going on here in the chat. Big love to everybody who's here. Appreciate you big time. Says, my favorite is never having a use case to begin with. Hey, there you go, Plague Dogs. That's exactly right. Why do I have the feeling, Underground Crypto, that you're sending us through the back rooms of crypto conspiracy theories? That's hilarious, but I like it. I like your take on it, because that's pretty interesting. I thought it was going to be like leading into the underground crypto headquarters. Couldn't really find a good clip at the end to really capture that. And I literally finished putting that together 1 minute before we went live. So there will be some additions and some renditions to it. But anyways, let's talk about what's going on in crypto right now. 1 through 100 here at Crypto Bubbles. Nothing real big here, no giant bubbles, that's for sure. And Melissa says she loves the new intro, though. Hey, I appreciate it. Let's see. The Queen of Crypto in the house. Pirate Underground. Hey, I guess I'll take that. So weird seeing Pi in the green bubble, right? Isn't that strange? So what is down in the top 100? Meme Core, Pump.Fun, and AB. And then a lot of other things green on the day, which is interesting. Filecoin is green. What did it go up to? $1.31. Yikes. Again, things green, but mostly they're just bouncing. If you look at the week and the monthly, they're very red. So nothing major to report here. Let's drop down 100 and take a look at 100 to 200. Pippin finally fell 23.2%. How's the audio out there? I did not do a mic check. All right, it's good. I figure everybody would be screaming at me if the mic was messed up. So Form is up 46.9%. Ticker is 4, but it's called Form. And then there's another project also called 4 that's like a meme project. I think they all go hand in hand, right? But it's very interesting and also maybe slightly confusing to keep track of them. Monad up 10.6%. That's good for Melissa and everybody holding some Monad. Fartcoin's up 10%. NFT. I don't know if I'm AI NFT. I'm not familiar with that project. Maybe that'll be on the radar today for us to deep dive. Audio great, says Blues Guy. Thank you very much. Shout out to Blues Guy for always being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. Zora up 9.6%. Rallied as high as 5 cents. Let's see, 200 to 300. Folks is down 36.6%. That thing has fallen hundreds. I think it got up into the top 100s and then it just fell. Jelly, Fast Token. Fast Token and Jelly, not really all that excited about. Jelly of course, promoting itself like it's going to be like the next Instagram or, you know, something of that accord. And I just don't think they're ever going to deliver anything. But that is my personal opinion and not financial advice. In case you were wondering if that was financial advice, it's not. And if you need a financial advisor, go find one. They're out there somewhere. I hear it's rumored that they are out there somewhere, and they will probably take gobs of money from you. Anyways, Bitcoin, $87,641. What narrative do you guys want? Is it on sale? Is the sky falling? We're in a downtrend. Last shakeout. Buy the dip. I mean, what do you guys want? What are you guys thinking? For me, I think it's just doing its thing. Again, I don't have a lot to base it on, and I don't like to trade on emotion, but I'm already in crypto, so I don't have to worry about that as far as my long-term bags go. I'm thinking next year is going to be fire. I think next year is going to be, you know, really good for crypto, but I don't know if that's going to be early on in the year, middle of the year, towards the end of the year, or maybe we just go into bear market mode and I have to hold till next cycle because I didn't sell the top and I'm stubborn. Hopefully not. Anyways, Ethereum, 2,956, both Bitcoin and Ethereum under those two levels. I was loving to see them hold, and now we are under them, right? BNB, $871. XRP under $2, $1.93. Still up 2.8% today. Solana, $129, is pushing down towards that $100 mark. Blues Guy says 2026 will be huge. I just got a feeling about it, and I don't usually have many feelings one way or the other when it comes to that. I just keep getting that premonition, if you will. But I wouldn't take I wouldn't take loans out and put it in the market. I'm just already in the market, so it's not a big deal. Dogecoin, 13 cents. Cardano, 38 cents. Chainlink, $12.86. Finally went under 13 bucks. Monero, $427, up 4.6% today. Hyperliquid, $26.59. XLM, 21 cents. SWI, $1.50. Up 3.5% today, but down 9.4% on the last 7 days on the week. HBAR, 11 cents. And let's see if Flare held in there. It's not in the top 100 anymore. It is 102. So, I mean, not anything too crazy. Looks like Filecoin moving back up to 101. And then not a ton to report there. But that's what's going on as far as the prices go, in case anybody was wondering. Let's take a look at what is trending. And where are all my people? I forgot to actually post in the Discord. Let's do that real quick. Maybe we'll get a couple more people in here. And I'm going to turn this fan on in here because it is really hot. Got the bright lights and everything going, the long sleeve shirt on. Even though it's cold outside, it is not cold in my office. So what is trending? Bitcoin, Toncoin, Ultima, Frieza, or I always want to say Frieza, it's Frieza, AI, Monad, Pippin, Pudgy Penguins, Aster, Midnight, BitTensor, Ethereum, Solana, Pi Network, Sweet, and Axelar. Which one of these do you guys want to talk about today that's trending? I guess Ultima and Frieza are two that you might not know very well. Let's go look at the Fear and Greed Index as well. We're going to have to refresh this. Also, what did it say the market cap here is? Just barely over 3 trillion for the whole market cap of crypto. That is not the most bullish thing, but the greed is getting lower. The fear is getting higher. However you want to say that. We're at 16. It says yesterday we were at 11. I don't remember us being at 11 yesterday. I'm going to have to go back and watch the stream. Were we at 11 yesterday? So let's see. Words of wisdom. Thank you, Underground. I don't have to remind you about Flare anymore. Yeah. You got me whipped into shape there, Blues Guy. You got me trained. Last will be first. Beware of the quiet guy in the corner. Beware of the quiet dog. All good advice, in my opinion. All right, so Fear and Greed is at 16. That's really all there is to say. It is getting low. If we really were at 11 yesterday, what caused us to jump up? I guess there's been a slight bounce, but nothing to write home about, that's for sure. Let's go see what's trending on Crypto Rank. And these ads, these pop-ups, they're so annoying. All right, so we have Jesse. Don't know anything about that. Katana Inu. It's kind of funny. Might be an innuendo there. Common, we've looked at that before. We hopped in one of their little community meme coins. It did absolutely nothing, and I pulled my money out. And I don't think I've done anything with it since. Neverless. So nevertheless, is that like so you never get less? Is that another coin that hasn't token generated yet? Then, of course, Polkadot, World Liberty Finance, Arbitrum, some stable coins, Tron, Morpho, more stable coins, Wrapped East, more stable coins, SPX 6900, Wrap BTC, FET, Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, Jupiter, and Pancake. Love me some Pancake Swap, right? And then for our top 20 most visited coins in the last 7 days, got Bitcoin, Monad, Midnight, which we've been over several times, but there's 2 Midnights with the exact same name and the exact same ticker. That is awfully confusing and not the most helpful. Ethereum, Solana, Rainbow, we've been over. Tempo, we've been over. Jensen, Humidify, Sysic, Almanac, Tallest Network, Octra, we went over that. It's actually where we had left off on. Theory IQ AI. Well, I said theory. It's TheraQ AI. Rave DAO, which we looked at that. Fogo, Cascade, Helios. I mean, there is all kinds of things to look at here. But before we do, I don't want to bury it too deep. The topic of the night. What if we reach lows and we are slowly rising from there? Could be. That's what I'm kind of hoping for here. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Gonna be all right. Bright, sunny 2026. I love that. I love that. Let's make that the motto. Pancakes sound delicious. They always do. Anybody ever seen those Japanese pancakes that are like super fluffy? Always wanted to try those. They look delicious. Health Under says, yeah, Blues, it will be bright, sunny days. I tend to agree with you. Let's go back over to CoinGecko. And we will look at one project, and then we're going to jump into the topic of the day, and then we will jump back. Kind of back and forth a little bit to keep the show mixed up and interesting. So Ultima only has, I mean, we talk about extremely low market caps, or not market caps, max supplies. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. 100,000 max supply. That's a good way to get the number up there, right? But it's down 70%. So what's this thing up to? It was up to 22 grand at one point. That seems to be the highest it went. A little over 22 grand. Max Chart says this thing came out September 20th, 2023. It has 566.5 million in its market cap. Do you know about this token? Are you aware of it? Anybody own any of this? All right, 100,000 max and circulating supply, BNB contract. The categories are payment solution. Let's go look at their Twitter, see what kind of attention they have. We are just keeping a pulse on the market right now. We are seeing what is trending. Ultima is a powerful crypto ecosystem uniting innovative products, many of which are unique in the crypto market. I've definitely heard of this before, but I haven't really spent a lot of time on it other than pretty much going over it briefly like we're doing now. 56.1 thousand followers. This thing's been around since 2023 and they only have 56,000 followers. That's not a good sign to me. It does look like maybe it's a little foreign. This post, the pin post, is kind of foreign. December 14th, which was 2 days ago, and they've got 18,000 impressions. That's not horrible in ratio to their followers, but how long this project's been around, you would hope they had a little bit more excitement going on. Time for gratitude moment. I am fortunate and forever grateful for Underground Channel and the beautiful, amazing community that is forming with quality, fun, smart people. Life is beautiful. Thank you for saying that. I couldn't agree more. The community is beautiful. The time we spend together is awesome, and I'm certainly grateful for it. So to hear other people are grateful for it just kind of makes my day, because this is what we set out to do. Build a great community to share crypto with, but also to deep dive and research and spread that amongst us, which has been going absolutely wonderful. So if you're not in the Discord already, the link is in the description. If for some reason it's already updated and not working, let me know, but it should be working just fine. And hop in that Discord, join the community, and talk to everybody. It's a free Discord, right? It's not paid. Ultima is a modern token with a powerful background created by a team of experienced engineers. So I love the max supply tokenomic ratio here. And I'm wondering what all they actually have built, right? Because they've been around since 2023. All right, we're up to date on the chat. So Ultima's mission is to create a flawless cryptocurrency product to transfer the way people interact with cryptocurrency around the world and provide them with instant cross-border payments in crypto. So world's leading block dev team, 7+ years of development, advanced global infrastructure, own crypto debit card. I mean, I feel like a lot of projects have a debit card nowadays, so it's not as exciting. Ultima is a powerful crypto ecosystem centered on Ultima's token. Our ecosystem unites a range of innovative products, modern crypto wallets, a unique crypto debit card, a crowdfunding platform, its own marketplace, and more. A lot of our products are unique in the crypto market, so they act as if they're building something quite unique. Let's see. And remember that today marks, dang, we did stream yesterday and I already messed it up. So we're going to start today. Okay. So I just want to say this because I had kind of forgotten about it, and I do apologize. Yesterday I didn't look at the end of the stream. Mods, this is where you could help me a lot. At the end of the stream, if for some reason I miss it, maybe you could hit me on Discord, or Blue Sky, you can text me. Melissa, I'll give you my number at some point, so you could text me as well. We want to know who the top number 1 and 2, people in the chat are in the XP, right? Both mods, Melissa, Blue Sky, you know how to look at the little purple thing and click on where it says some number XP with the purple crown. And it says, 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So I want to know who the top 2 are at the end of the stream. I'm going to try to remember to look, but if I don't, if you could help me with it, that'd be great. Because we are going to be doing a giveaway, which will be $20 to who's number 1 over the week. This will go until Sunday. And then we will go $10 to number 2. And I can pay this in any form of crypto or anything you want. Just want to start doing some small giveaway, give back to the community, even if it's small, as we build the channel. We are not monetized yet, so please smash that like button, subscribe, join the Discord, get involved, and come be a part of the community. All right, so they have a card, Ultima card. I don't want to talk about the card forever because it's a card. I mean, what more do you really need to know? They have a travel club. So Ultima Travel Club is the only project in the travel market enabling you to book flights, hotels, cruises, as well as rent a car, pay for other activities, and save up to 90%. If that's true, that's amazing, up to 90%. This project sounds pretty cool. I can't believe I've never really looked too deep into it. Then we have Ultima Transformer. The Ultima Transformer is a top crypto. Man, I can't talk. What is going on? Let's sip some of this drink over here. We got the Poppy Watermelon Lime. Shout out to Poppy. Please sponsor the channel. I'm going to say that for pretty much anybody who I enjoy drinking their products, right? So what do we got going on? Melissa putting links to Twitter and YouTube. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Underground. Thank you, Amelie. Thank you, Plague. Oh, he's just thanking everybody. Minecraft Boy and everybody else. Oh, okay, that aren't with us tonight. Okay, so everybody who's not with us tonight. Just trying to keep up with the chat. I would like to be exempt because I text a lot for the stream. You're not exempt, Blue Sky. You're in it with everybody else. They have to compete with you and run the chat up. That's just how it goes. And Melissa's usually number 1. Who's number 1 right now? Let's take a look. Blue Sky's number 1. Melissa's number 2. Plague Dog is number 3. And if you're number 1, you're number 1. But if people want to try to get in there and win that $20 or win that $10, then they got to come to the stream and they have to actually put in the work. And we'll pretty much be doing this like week after week, hopefully. We'll see, though. Anyways, what is a transformer? Top crypto transformer of high liquidity. Pairs with both the Ultima ecosystem token and popular cryptocurrencies are available to traders on our transformer. So it's like a trading platform. They have a store, marketplace, Ultima deal ad platform. Ultima Store is a global marketplace where any product or service can be bought and sold for Ultima tokens. Okay, that's really interesting. If you have a product and you'd like to sell it, maybe maybe you could get in there. Freezing Games is a platform for users to freeze their Ultima tokens and get vouchers for top products with up to a 90% bonus. The platform is under development. Wow, this thing sounds like they're building a lot of cool stuff. I'm like, where is the launch now? Charity and startups, that's not my favorite. Jewelry. It's a platform for anybody to purchase jewelry by paying with Ultima tokens. So they're just making marketplaces where you can buy stuff with the token. I mean, that's cool. That definitely brings in utility, right? So who's this guy? Alex Reinhardt. Alex Reinhardt is an international entrepreneur, venture capitalist, business coach, and expert in crypto technology and business development. According to the American Business Entrepreneur, he is also among the top figures in the blockchain industry. Okay, interesting. Never heard of him. Launched IT and 20 fintech projects, 100 plus training seminars, and 500,000 participants. Well, this is really cool. I'm kind of surprised that they have only 56,000 followers on Twitter. But that was a lot more fun to go over than I thought it was going to be. Let's see. Camsta says, I would like to be exemplary. Well, everybody can't be exempt, because then what is the point of it, right? If everybody's exempt, what the heck is the point? Sometimes you guys got to soften up and just like, you know, you're a part of the community and you can win something, like, and actually just allow it to happen. It's not a big deal to actually win something, you know? Another song I like, Plague Dogs, expert in the field, LOL. Say who? Say Mel, probably my fave. Not sure what he's saying there, but that's just probably on me because I read it way too fast. Pippin was doing a whole lot of damage. Look at this chart, and then it just kind of fell out of relevance. One thing I want to do too, let's bring up the news, because I said we were going to go into the topic of the day, but I kind of want to look at the news first. Let's go ahead and hit thing. Give me all relevant crypto news for today. All right, we'll let that thing cook for a minute. Get rid of this fear and greed index. Just consolidate here. So we have this Jesse. Now let's refresh this. Let's see if it changes at all. So it says Jesse is trending. It looks like a meme coin. Looks like a cyberpunk. Don't know what the point of this. Jesse is a meme coin issued by Jesse Pollock. Pollock. Positioned for content coin. Okay, so they do have a lot more to say here. Jesse is a meme coin launched on the Base network as a community-driven expert blending meme culture with on-chain utility. It was personally issued by Jesse Pollock, the head of Base and the key developer at Coinbase at November 20 to 21, 2025. So the 21st to 2025, to explore new models of connecting creators directly with fans and fostering a decentralized content economy. Okay, that sounds cool. What have they actually built, though? It's got 4.9 million in market cap. Is this the one, right? Website, super basic. It says it's being translated from French. Okay. I currently work on Base, which I created and lead day to day. So he created Base. Okay. I previously led all consumer engineering at Coinbase, including building Coinbase, Coinbase Pro, and Coinbase Wallet. Way back when I started Clef and was an engineer, BuzzFeed. I also write open source software and take photos. So this is just all about him, right? And then it's photos. These are the photos that he takes. I mean, there's some good looking photos. I mean, he could have just pulled these from anywhere on the internet, I guess, but I don't know. He looks like he got a good camera, so he's a photographer. I don't know how that plays into this, but very simple website. Let's go look at the actual Twitter. Campsa says Pippin died. Please. People got rich shorting that bad boy. Been shorting Tau all day. Got the back roll up $132. Oh, got the bank roll up. That makes more sense. Bank roll up to $132. Great. What'd you start with? 500? I'm just messing with you. It's treacherous out there. I'm glad to hear that you're having some success, though, for sure. 333.7 thousand followers. That's what I'm saying. Like, that other company, Ultima, had all of these. Probably was such entrepreneur and business and finance. Had all of these. Had a card. And this is Jesse. You know, he's just a crypto punk. I mean, he might have built Base and the whole, you know, Coinbase company. But, you know, as far as this project, it's just a meme coin. But it carries weight, right? So Jesse is live. Very interesting. Does he ever actually appear on camera? We just raised 20 million seed round to build the largest bank in the world. Contigo. Well, I don't know anything about that. That's very interesting. I'll wait for that to pop up on my radar. All right, so we know what Jesse is. Oh, it just hit 5 million. Just went up a little bit. Let's look at Katana Inu. Actually $50. Nice. Regulated coin for 2026. Get your bags so you DD. Stay tuned, everyone, here at Underground for more updates. What in the world? Okay, I gotta stop looking at the chat. All right, we'll come back to that. So let's go ahead and just pop right over. So Katana Inu is a all-encompassing ecosystem for gamers and traders powered by DeFi and NFTs. Katana Inu ecosystem combines the element of gaming and crypto, creating an enjoyable and rewarding experience for the players. A vital feature of Katana Inu platform is a native NFT marketplace, which acts as the hub for trading NFTs, non-fungible tokens, if you were not familiar. Artists from all over can use NFT markets to sell their art for KADA, which is probably the native token, while gamers and holders can also stake, purchase, or trade in-game items like skins, weapons, and more that can be used while playing the game. I love to see more infrastructure being built, more platforms for things to be launched on. All of that is really interesting to me, and I think super necessary before we have the world of gaming that we really want to. Yeah, due diligence, absolutely. Contigo means with you. Okay. Underground does it for us every day. Yeah, absolutely. And here, getting that due diligence, raising that crypto IQ. I mean, I'm doing anything and everything I can for this community, and managing all of life, all the other lives too, other life things to do, not my other lives. Anyways, 71.6 thousand followers, 401,000 impressions. Let me fix something in the settings, right, so that you guys actually get audio, because I want to play this. All right, cool. So you guys should get audio. Don't know what the audio is going to be, if it's even all that relevant, but this looks pretty cool. Where is Bankroll? Bankroll would love this. Bang, tell me if you can hear this. Everybody, let me know if you can hear this. Don't know if I can. Do I need to turn it up? Doesn't matter. All right, can you hear it? I guess I could just turn it up on my phone. Sorry for the double sound. Doesn't look like... I don't know if there's even any sound, guys. Sorry. In the video, I don't think there's sound. Maybe I'm wrong. There's got to be sound in this video. There's no way there's no sound in this video. I do apologize. I don't know why it's not working. I did change it in the settings. It should be proper. I mean, the game trailer looks cool, but don't game trailers always look really cool? I like how they had the... Oh, wait. I thought he was the Dogecoin guy. Maybe I missed it. Maybe that's not what he is. Oh, there he is. There's the Dogecoin guy. Looks like Tekken. Yeah, it does look like Tekken. I think that's what they're going for. I'm not really sure. I don't even know what this game is. But it looked like it had a cool trailer. Oh, they got the avalanche thing right in the middle. See the avalanche symbol? Yeah, very low. He says, your hard work and dedication is paying off, brother. Slowly building it up. Yep, that's what we got to do from the foundation up. You got it, man. You're on it. We can hear very, very low. Okay, so there is actually some sound from the trailer? Wow. This thing is like 5 minutes long. Is it worth watching the whole thing? I don't know, but the visuals are cool, for sure. So the open beta is open. Okay. Falling June 2025. Register now. So we're not going to watch the whole thing, but that was really, really cool. So this is this their game? Yeah, we're definitely going to be checking out their website here. Use the link from the actual coin crypto rank. CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Crypto Rank. I mean, keep them all straight when I'm talking is difficult. So wow, this thing is live, I guess. Is this our new game for DeFi Friday? Did we just find a new game to play on DeFi Friday? It does have like an install button. Download for Windows. Servers are always open. Oh yeah, we're gonna check this thing out. All right, so it's in my thing, and I can deal with it later. I don't want it to slow the stream down or hurt our frame rate or anything. So let's go to About. This thing's really cool. And since it's so exciting, we're going to come back to it in a minute, and we're going to look at... Oh, it never searched it? Great. I don't know why it's giving me that. We are deep diving and growing together, so sometimes you just got to bear with me for a minute. So what do we got going on for headlines today? XRP price news today. Ripple Link token sees risk of deeper pullbacks. Well, if it does, it does. Brooklyn Man 23 is charged in a 15 million Coinbase customer care scheme. Okay, I think most people heard about that. How Trump media deal with crypto firm exposes potential conflict interest. Crypto exchange hash key. Let me get back to the chat here. All right, there we go. It looks very good and well made, but that's just a trailer. Yeah, exactly. A lot of times the trailers look amazing and then you actually download it and it's not so much. Crypto exchange hash key rise 0.3% in Hong Kong trading debut. Bitcoin and Ethereum slip up to 7% in one day as crypto market loses 592. I don't know what I'm saying. 592 million to force liquidation. What happened was I was thinking in my mind that I saw that there was some article about China has started quantitative easing. So if that's true, that's super bullish. Coinbase and other crypto stocks are slumping. ARK Cathie Wood's bets on a big rebound. Okay. Have UK regulators finally listened to crypto? Wouldn't count on it. Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum fall again. Why job data hit hopes of crypto rebound? Now, why would we care about job data in crypto? I mean, make that make sense. So crypto scam arrest, the Brooklyn man that was arrested in the scam involving impersonating of customer support. Yeah, him and probably like 1,000 other people are doing that kind of thing daily. So Ripple, Trump media ethics scrutiny, reporting surfaced alleging potential conflict of interest in a deal between Trump media and crypto.com, raising questions about regulatory and political pressure on crypto firms. I'm just trying to scan through here, and that's causing me to just kind of half read things. I do apologize. What to watch next? Macro catalyst, central bank decision, U.S. interest rate outlook, and employment data continues to sway crypto sentiment. A regulatory deadline. The UK's 2027 regulatory roadmap is upcoming. U.S. crypto policy bill could reshape institutional flows, and I know that they pushed one of the things back to next year. U.S. crypto market structure legislation has been delayed. That's exactly what I was just talking about, to next year. Keep an eye on the timing. This could affect exchanges and oversight framework. Let's ask it. Did China start quantitative easing officially? See if that's true. Another thing is, I saw somebody was talking about how XRP had finally been listed as a commodity, like officially listed as a commodity, putting it in the same category as gold and stuff. Now, I know there's a ton of hype and people out there who just say whatever, but it wasn't from one of those sources. So no, China has not officially launched a formal quantitative easing program in the way US, EU, and Japan have. What actually happening in China, monetary policy easing, but not formal QE. So they're doing like an informal form of QE. All right. China's leadership has shifted to a more appropriately loose or easing monetary stance to support growth and domestic demand in 2025. A change from years of more neutral or prudent stance. It sounds like exactly what we did. They're just not really doing official statements about it. You know how we've switched from quantitative tightening. Sorry, need to hit the coffee. From quantitative tightening, and now we've switched from that to, just a neutral ground. I don't even know what you call it. I don't know if there's a word for it. We're not quantitative tightening and we're not quantitative easing. We're just kind of hanging out in the middle, right? So there have been market discussions calling some PBOC actions China's style of quantitative easing. So I think people are speculating that it's like that is their version of quantitative easing. And speculation about PBOC, which I don't know what that stands for, buying treasuries in the secondary market. However, economists and analysts point out that there are no equivalents to Western QE, and China hasn't publicly adopted a formal QE framework. Okay, so I get it. It's speculation that it's very similar, but they don't actually do that the way that we do it here. All right, they're going to tell us the difference, so I'll take this. So Western QE entails a central bank buying large volumes of government bonds or assets to expand the money supply and lower long-term yields. China's policy moves involve traditional tools, interest rates, and reserve ratio adjustments, targeted lending programs, and liquidity support, not formal, large-scale asset purchase of QE. Current labeled, or okay. I think that's all we really needed to know there. And then let's do the last one. I saw that XRP was officially listed as a commodity like gold. Is this true? This is our news segment for anybody who's wondering what I'm doing here. We're just kind of looking at some rumors and some news, and then we're going to hop into the topic of the day. So no, XRP has not officially been classified as a commodity like gold by U.S. regulators. While there are developments in regulatory, so what actually happened? XRP referred to as a commodity in the CFTC's market filing. To be fair, the person who I watched a 30-minute video on this, they did say that they're laying the foundation to do it. So maybe they didn't say it was already done. A filing regulated. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I'm reading just whatever I want to read. I apologize, guys. Maybe the coffee will help. Maybe the coffee is the problem. I don't know. So a filing related to Crypto.com application with the U.S. Commodity Future Trading Commission, CFTC, described XRP as a crypto asset commodity for the purpose of that specific derivatives product, even contracts, similar to how Bitcoin and ETH are treated in certain CFTC regulated contracts. Some exchanges and market participants operate XRP under commodity style rules. For example, a CFTC regulated exchange approved XRP for spot trading and use as margin collateral under federal oversight, aligning its treatment more closely with traditional commodities in that context. Okay, so I get where people are getting this from. What has not happened, no official blanket declaration from the CFTC or SEC that XRP is categorically a commodity like gold across all legal and financial contexts. And I'll leave it at that. So the confusion comes from multiple, okay. And we could go on and on and on. We are done with the news segment of the day. And then we're going to figure out what the heck is going on with our talking points. Okay, so here we are. The myth of the sudden collapse. And this is what I teased it with earlier. We'll check on the chat real quick, because I saw the Blues guy put something here. Said, hey, what if Ripple XRP was never to be the one? And they flipped the switch, meaning taking a whole different direction. Which coin is the same as XRP, exact copy of it? There's only one XLM been having dreams. Okay, I mean, could be, certainly. Wouldn't be the first time they tried to lead everybody astray now, would it? He says, I don't know, I'm just saying, hey, you're just speculating. The whole market is speculation, right? So nobody could get mad at you for speculating your own thoughts. Just like me saying I speculate that next year is going to be really good for crypto. That's a speculation. I don't actually know. I don't have a time machine. Search your soul, boy, and you'll know. That's hilarious. Well said. Everyone talking about XRP here and XRP there. Meanwhile, XLM is building strong in the background. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't deep dived it in a long time. I don't really know what they're doing. XRP definitely operates more at the, front of everything. Okay, so I know about that, but still, I guess only time will tell. XRP is way too mainstream. I don't know, but that part is true, and they do have a tendency to not let what is super mainstream win. Maybe it will be Monad, maybe Sui. Gold pegged to XRP been the topic for years. XRP will not be currency. I've been on the XRP train for the longest time. I'm not blinded by it. Yeah, once you've held it for a long, it doesn't do anything. You start to lose its shine. I mean, it's probably what it, the dip right now sucks, but it's one of the best performers in my bag, I think. I don't know if it's the best performer, but it's up a lot. Let's put it that way. It will exchange and bridge the cross borders. Yeah. Yep. I don't want to spend too much time on here. All right. So in all seriousness, if we could all come together, I do want to say one thing. Blues guy had reached out to me, and I just want us all to come together. Prayers, good vibes, healing vibes to his mother. She had kidney failure and has been unconscious for a few days. And I just want everybody to just take a moment of silence, say a prayer, and all wish good health and wellness to his mother, because as a collective, I think that is extremely important. And I just ask you, Father, that you would bless Blues Guy's mother in every single way, health-wise, mentally, anything that you see fit. Father, I wish that you would just do that now. Amen. And we'll just take just a moment here for everybody to collect their thoughts. I know it's kind of sudden. I didn't mean to drop it on you like that, but I did want to bring it up during the stream because I think collectively there is power in the community. All right. Now let's get into the topic of the day. So the myth of the sudden collapse. Most people think crypto projects die in a dramatic way. I think this is really interesting. I think most people know this in the back of their head, but maybe it just needs to kind of be said out loud or brought back to people's attentions here. My man, thank you. Much love. Absolutely back to you. And I wish that your mother has the best increase in health you've ever seen, for sure. Yeah. So most people do really think that it's dramatic the way a crypto project just like dies, but it's really just this slow bleed out. So let's get into it. Hacks, rugs, lawsuits, sudden token crashes. In reality, most projects die quietly long before the token price ever reflects it. The death usually starts internally in incentives and governance and development morals, developer morale. Wow, just saying whatever I want. And developer morale and economic design. By the time price collapses, the project has often been functionally dead for months or even years. Can you think of a project that has been functionally dead? Put that in the Discord, right? Is there a project that meets this criteria? As we're reading this and going to it, let me know what projects come to mind. So, incentive misaligned the first cracks. One of the earliest failure modes is incentive drift. This happens when token rewards no longer align with useful behavior. Early participants extract value faster than new value is being created. This is super important. Kind of like when you see things and they have high percentages APY on their, on their pools, on their liquidity and staking. That's a good example of too much value being extracted from the project much faster than new value is being created. That one guy says, Ohm, shout out to Bankroll. Thank you for being here. We just looked at a new game trailer. I don't know if you saw it. It was pretty cool. We'll flash it up for a second. Katana Inu. Thought that was pretty cool. We'll bring it back up in a minute. Common examples, right? So emissions rewarding liquidity that immediately exits. That's kind of what I was just talking about. Governance tokens with no real power. Contributors optimizing for grants, not outcomes. Once incentives drift, efforts turn into extraction. That's a key point in my opinion. Emissions without demand. Many projects rely on a token's emissions to bootstrap usage. The problem begins when emissions continue, real demand plateaus, and sell pressure exceeds utility. This creates constant downward pressure, user churn, and narrative fatigue. The project doesn't fail, it bleeds out. Right now I'm feeling like that's Anoma. The thing is that like Anoma never got its day in the sun, right? It never really got to be this big project doing big things. So hopefully they're just building and launched their token way too soon. Governance that exists only on paper. Governance failure rarely looks like chaos. It usually looks like low participation, repetitive proposals, rubber-stamped voting, and decision paralyze. Warning signs. The same wallet voting every time. Proposals that don't change outcomes. Governance forms becoming inactive. At that point, governance becomes symbolic, not functional. If you have a lot of money in a project, you probably should be in their Discord, right? You should probably be seeing if people are in there talking. Do developers ever say anything? Do they have an announcement page where they actually actively drop announcements like what is going on with the project? I wouldn't try to do it for every project that you have any money in, just the ones maybe that you have large sums of money in. When that stuff slows down and really phases out, I don't know. That's where you might want to change your mind or opinion. Developer fatigue and silent burnout. Projects often die when developers stop believing that the work matters. This can come from unclear roadmaps, constant narrative pivots, which we see this one a lot, right? Where they're like, we're AI, and then they're like, no, we're gaming, and then they're like, no, we're, an operating system, and it's like, okay, well, what are you? They don't even know. So how are they supposed to have a clear vision of what they're doing? They probably don't. Pressure from token holders, lack of product maker fit, right? They don't fit well in the market. They're not actually really providing value. Signs include slower commits, delayed releases, vague updates, shrinking core team. Once builders disengage, recovery becomes unlikely. What's going on in this chat? So Blue Sky says XAN, so much hope. They are building and they're still posting, so I have some hope in them, right? That one guy says Ohm launch Luna 2022. I was thinking the same coin. Yeah, exactly. Those are prime examples. So technical debt as a slow killer. So technical debt accumulates when speed is priority over architecture. Patches stack on patches and system becomes fragile. Eventually upgrades become risky, refactors are postponed, and innovation slows. The protocol survives, but progress stalls, right? So they're still up and operating, but there's not a lot of progress going on. Liquidity traps and the illusion of health. Some projects appear alive because liquidity is still present, TVL looks stable, and token is listed. But liquidity alone doesn't equal health. A liquidity trap occurs when capital stays only because exiting is expensive, right? So to get out of it, they need to hold it for a certain amount of time. Otherwise, maybe they're heavily penalized. Incentives temporarily mask decay. Users are present but disengage. This creates a false sense of stability. I feel like there's a lot of projects that hang out in this false sense of stability. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they just haven't been relevant in so long that you realize they're gone. Loss of narrative coherence. I believe all the coin projects has delays left and right these days. Yeah, exactly. And it's very hard in this trend we've been in for quite a long time, since basically the beginning of 2025 end of 2024, beginning of 2025. It's been hard for altcoins to get any like real traction and attention. It's been very hit or miss, here or there, goes on for maybe like a few days, a week, and then it's gone. And I think that makes it really hard to build with momentum when it just shifts around way too much. Projects need a clear answer to why does this exist. Death begins when the narrative keeps changing, messaging becomes generic, and differentiations disappear. Hitting buttons. All right, well, I froze the whole thing. That's good. Examples: infrastructure projects chasing consumer apps. DeFi protocols pivoting into gaming or AI. We see that a lot. Ecosystems expanding without purpose. Confusion erodes conviction. I like that. Confusion erodes conviction. Ecosystem fragmentation, right? We all should know what fragmentation is. Ecosystems weaken when sub-projects compete instead of cooperate. So sub-projects in their ecosystem start competing with the main project instead of cooperating with it, right? Incentives, rewards, fork. Standards aren't enforced. Instead of compounding value, effort gets diluted over time. The ecosystem stops feeling cohesive. And then we will start with part number 2 here shortly. We're going to bounce back over here. I'm going to switch this into the sit-down part of the show. So let's go ahead and do that. One moment. All right, let me move that camera angle. All right, looking good. Let's get to the right direction here. Perfect. All right. How's everybody feeling tonight? I thought we had a great topic for the day. And now I want to talk about this Katana Inu, right? Let's go to about the game. I think Bankroll will like this one a lot. So Katana Inu is an on-chain multiplayer, free to play and play to earn. So it's both. Game multiplayer on-chain action game with P2E ecosystem, play to earn, right? So Katana Inu promotes gaming innovation by efficiently merging two revolutionary technology, gaming and blockchain, as an all-encompassing ecosystem for gamers and traders powered by DeFi and NFT. Katana Inu objective is simple: to create a system where gamers can earn from their playtime. Over 1 billion PC gamers play traditional games for several hours daily without profiting from their grind. We hope to change this by developing a unique play-to-earn battle royale PC game with NFT mechanics. This sounds exactly like Guns, right? Guns is a platform that Off the Grid is a part of, so there will be more games. It sounds like they're doing kind of the same thing. This approach is the central concept behind Katana Inu. The game comes with a rare NFT skin and high graphics to lure players from blockchain and NFT spaces, and a portion of the 1 billion player of traditional PC games. Katana Inu has a native cross-chain NFT marketplace which is open to Katana Inu players, regular art dealers, and gamers from other NFT projects. Play to earn ecosystem. Katana Inu is a free-to-play fighting game. Offers players the opportunity to earn exclusive NFTs and Katana Inu tokens as an in-game reward. These rewards can be acquired by winning tournaments against other players, competing in-game quests, and playing solo or teaming up with others. And I do have it in my downloads. Let's go ahead and pull that up. It keeps getting blocked. It's weird that it keeps getting blocked. Because of that, I'm going to go ahead and look into it a little deeper before I actually download it. Katana Inu. You know, let's just ask ChatGPT. So let's ask ChatGPT what they have to say. Saw this new DeFi gaming application or download, and it keeps blocking it on Microsoft Defender, and I just want to know if there's any reports of this being unsafe. What do you recommend? Here is the game. I asked that in a really weird way, but let's see what it has to say here. So that specific classifies itself as a motion. Okay, there you go. Unknown low. So it's probably fine. I wonder if we could find some like YouTube, right? Because it's involved blockchain link projects and Defender is blocking it. One, try to install verified download source. Only download from the official official project. Yep. I wonder if they have it on Steam. All right, I will deal with this later. I don't want to take up too much time here. It looks really cool. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to try to have it ready for our DeFi gaming on Friday. And we'll move on to another project. We're talking about it because it is trending. And we definitely need the best games for our DeFi gaming Fridays as possible. What is Neverless? No token generation event. Neverless is a crypto trading platform launched by former Revolut executive and supports automated investment accounts. Neverless allows users to trade cryptocurrencies with zero fees, giving anyone access to passive and active investment tools that are leaps and bounds ahead of other retail platforms, developing products that compete with the most exclusive hedge funds. Very interesting. I believe all the coin projects have a day left. All right. Let's first look at their Twitter and see how much attention they're getting here. They've raised 6.7 million. 11.1 thousand followers, pretty low. 106,000 impressions though from this video that they did. Today is big day for Nevertheless as we announce major milestone. We've obtained our MiFID license and raised 6.7 million in funding rounds led by Lakestar and Connect Ventures with participation from Nordstar and Strategic Angel Investor. So they're getting funding. Sounds like they're just getting started getting funded. So we'll be keeping an eye on this thing. We'll see what it does. Take a look at their website. Save up to 4.17% on every crypto trade. So wait, now you're saving money on the trades? That's interesting. Trade gold plus 500 cryptos from anywhere with 5x leverage. Earn up to 4.3 AER on your BTC and ETH. Okay. Wow, I botched that. Gain an edge with zero fee trading. Zero fee trading is definitely something that would be really nice. Highest earn rates on major cryptos. What makes it interesting? Low risk, brought by ex-Revolut execs. Withdrawable anytime. Interest paid in auto compounded daily. No minimum or maximum. Payout in the same principal asset you hold. Yearn for even higher returns. Invest like the smart money. 9.45% AER. Proprietarily designed to make money in all market conditions. Well, this sounds really interesting. Could definitely see what's going on. What happens when you hit get access? Okay, they give you like a QR code for the app. I'd like to know a little bit more about it. It says, Underground, you mentioned you had a screen protector on your screen, right? On like my phone? What are we talking about? Screen protector in what capacity? Like on my phone? I don't remember talking about a screen protector. Maybe I did talk about it at one point. I don't know. Or did you mean on my actual computer? Are we talking about antivirus? I'm not sure what we're talking about here. So that's Neverless, and it is financial. It's supposed to have products that help you with, investing that are better than some of the retail apps that are out there. I don't know if they're referring to like Acorn and things like that. I'm not sure. All right. What else do we have that we want to look at? There was a bunch of things on the other side, I'm pretty sure. We've been over Rainbow a bunch, Tempo, Jensen AI, Humidify, Sisic, Almanac, Talis, Octra. Haven't been over this TheraQ. I think it's like Theory IQ AI, I think is what it's supposed to be. At Chain ML, they've crafted their approach around two pivotal elements: Chain ML AI engines and the Chain ML AI protocol. These customizable and composable AI engines streamline the integration of cutting-edge generative AI models and various applications. Their AI protocol is tailor-made for AI and intrinsic numeric applications, ensuring access to cost-efficient GPU compute via a decentralized network of dedicated compute providers. That's computation, if you're wondering. This decentralized compute network becomes accessible through automated matchmaking mechanism on the Chain ML compute marketplace, presenting a resilient solution for AI requirements. We talk all the time about all the resources that AI needs. This is another project trying to solve that. It's a huge market, right? And a ton of money, ton of use case, ton of money. You don't even have to be the clear winner in the space to make a bunch of money in this, right? 12.2 million in market cap. Let's look at their Twitter first. See how much attention. I like to look at how much attention a project has before I go look at their website. 351.7 thousand followers. That's pretty good. But the pin post is only 12 hours old and already has 71,000 impressions. I like that. So THQ is here. Enter the agentic economy. So we're talking about agentic, which means everything AI agent. Binance Alpha will be the first platform to feature THQ on December 16th. That is today. Want to learn how to bridge your THQ from Base or ETH mainnet in Alpha Studios? Not Asphalt, but Alpha Studio. The neck definitely needed cracking, even though you should not do that. Don't do that, guys. But I had to. Anyways, go to website. Advancing the agentic economy. So TheraQ? Theoric? I don't know what to call it. I don't know why. A suite of products be bringing AI to crypto. Harness the power of autonomy with our flagship products, Alpha Vault and Alpha Swarm. I feel like I just have been botching everything I read today. Sorry, guys. Apologize. Oh, a screen protecting. Oh, from blue light. Yeah. I forget it's on. It's a setting. It's a setting you have in your phone. It's a setting that you have on your computer where you can set it. There's different modes, but I think it's usually switches to red light instead of blue light, I think is what it is. I put it on a long time ago. So Alpha Protocol enables autonomous agents and swarms, we talked about swarms, to collaborate, optimize liquidity, and perform complex financial tasks on-chain, creating a trust-minimized, adaptive ecosystem for DeFi. I love how they made it like really light gray on a dark background. Isn't that awesome? So DeFi primitive, I'm just messing around. It makes it really hard to read. And then on top of that, let's make it really small. So DeFi primitives, agent autonomy, swarm coordination, and agent reputation. It's not that I can't read this tiny letters on the gray back, but what it is, I feel like it makes people far less likely to care enough. It just makes it really easy to just skim over it and not even read it, as I just did. So I just think that's a negative when you're building a website for, public facing website for people to look at. I think that really is not a good move. Anyways, I digress. Capital allocators, DeFi users, agent developers, and DeFi protocols. Capital allocators, institutional and retail investors can leverage Theracue's suite of AI product swarms to optimize capital deployment, automate rebalancing, and maximize yield in volatility, fast-moving markets. DeFi users can leverage... What is F-highly? F-highly? Is that a word? F-highly, I think it's just supposed to be highly specialized agent swarms. I think it's a typo. To exploit market inefficiencies, leveraging optimized signals and optimized signals. Okay, leveraging optimized signals on top of optimized signals and automated strategies. Both gain a smarter, more consistent way to capture value in volatile markets. Is it me or is it them? I don't know. External developers can access high-quality signals, deploy and monetize, and their own agent. All right, I'm done with this. Too many typos. That was definitely more typos on their point. I don't think there should be that many typos on an official website like this. Somebody should probably be fact-checking that. AI, they have AI swarms. You know what they could do with their AI swarms? They could use it to find typos in their website. Because I'm tired of that, making me look dumb live on YouTube. I'm just messing around. Hope everybody's having a good time. TM hustling in the house. I was wondering where you were. Mr. The Creek, how do crypto projects die? Well, I'm glad that you joined in. We just went over the first segment of it. It's a good time to segue back into it. We break our deep dives, our crypto IQ raising events, if you will, where we cover the topic of the night into two parts on this stream. We went over the first part, right? We're about to go over the second part of it. We go over what's trending in the market, stuff like that in between, and in the beginning of the show as well. We look at what's trending and what's relevant in crypto. We go over the news. So number 10 here, governance capture. As participation drops, and we're talking about why crypto projects go under, which was your exact question, can you provide an example? I really wish that you were here for the first part of the topic, because that's where we actually went into a bunch of examples. If you want like an example of how it happens or an example of like a project that it's happened to, I mean, we've talked about Ohm, Launch, Luna Classic. I mean, these are good examples of projects that have obviously failed. But a big point of what we're talking about here, Mr. The Creek, is that these projects slow bleed out and they lose relevance, right? Before they just like drop dramatically in price and quote unquote die, right? Most people think that projects die because of hacks or sudden huge volatile drops in price, rugs and stuff like that. That's what everybody's on high alert for. And a lot of them have coins in their portfolio that are just slow bleeding to death, which feels like the entire altcoin market right now. Let's be honest. That is part of the altcoin game for sure. And when Bitcoin's not doing well, everything's slowly bleeding out. So this is talking about looking for things like developers, right? When there's not many developers on a project, that means they've pretty much given up. And usually before developers give up, it's because there's a lack of clear incentive, a lack of clear roadmap and where they're going and the direction that the project is going, and when the developers give up, it's pretty much over from there, right? Unless they can just get a new team of developers to get highly incentivized money or something to come in and pick up where the other people left off. But if there's no clear roadmap, a lot of times that spells the end. So that's where we're picking up from here. Mr. Creek says, can you provide an example? Sorry, bro, got on late. It's okay. No big deal. I've never seen that name before. Are you new to the stream? If so, smash the like button. And in the description, there's a link to my free Discord. And we have a wonderful community. Would love to see you, come back and raise your crypto IQ. That is the whole point of the channel. So let's talk about this real quick. So as participation drops, governance becomes easier to capture. So as the participation in an ecosystem drops, right, the governance then becomes easier to capture because people are selling out, they're leaving, they're not paying attention. If they're not paying attention, even if they have governance token or the token of governance in an ecosystem, sometimes they're separate, sometimes they're the same as the native token. They're not voting because they're not paying attention and they don't care. And so governance becomes much easier to capture. And when this happens, whales dominate the vote, insiders control proposals, and dissent quietly disappears. Any pushback against anything pretty much disappears. And governance still exists, but it's no longer reflects the community in any way. Basically, somebody's got a hold of it. This right here that we're talking about, right? Governance still exists, whales dominate. This is basically crypto in a nutshell. When institutional people have come in, they are the whales and they dominate everything and they buy everything up and they push the sentiment in the market way down. They bleed everything out to the point where everybody gives up, and then they buy everything. And then they turn around and run it up and make a huge profit off of it. That part I think is coming next, but it's never financial advice. Blue Senior, hope you have a good night. Yep, TM always. Hermano, I don't know what that means. Let's get it. All right, we're up with the chat. So the zombie protocol phase. So it's saying that when things are dying for the many different reasons that we just specified, they kind of enter into this zombie protocol phase, right? So a zombie project still runs, still has tokens, still has liquidity, but no longer evolves anymore. Hence the developers leaving and nothing really happening. No major upgrades, no new users really, and no clear future. The protocol is alive in code, but dead in purpose. Dependency risk and external failure. Some projects die because a core dependency fails, an upstream protocol changes, an oracle or bridge or layer shuts down, right? Somewhere they were using for information to feed their project for some reason goes away and they don't adapt, right? If a project can't adapt, it fades with dependencies. Economic what am I saying? Circularity. I should say it in my head first, right? I don't know why that threw me off. Economic circularity. Circular economies collapse when value is recycled internally, no external demand enters, and rewards come from inflation alone. This creates diminishing returns, user exhaustion, and inevitable contraction. Without external value, the system consumes itself. That part, I think, should be pretty self-explanatory to anybody. And then, of course, community disengagement. Communities don't disappear overnight. They stop discussing improvements, they focus only on price, and become defensive or cynical. So I think if you're in a project and you're really bullish on it, you think it's going to be really good, you should go look at their Discord or Telegram, whatever one is most active, right? And you should probably do it in the early days of a project when they're still bumping, right? When there's still a lot of activity. And then you can feel which one slows down first, the Discord or the Telegram. What are people talking about in there? Like, are people just talking about things that have absolutely nothing to do with the project? Like, it's just turned into a place to chat with people who they've already connected with. While, looking at this project, they've connected with certain people who are always in there. And now they're just chatting about, like, their dog and what they're doing next Tuesday. And that's when the focus is just absolutely gone away. And that's a good sign. And then from there, it slows down to those people are not even there chatting anymore. And the next thing you know, you go on there and you look at the chat, you read it, and then you go like 5 days later and you look and there's been like 2 posts. Like 2 people have said something in the chat. Good sign it's dead, right? Stop discussing improvements, focus only on price. That's a big one. They just only care about the price because everybody wants to get out of it. So they stop being excited about the project. and the fundamentals and the dream or the vision that was sold to them that got them into the project, that becomes irrelevant. And everybody's just like, when is this thing going to pump a little bit so I can sell it and get the heck out of it and run into something else? Become defensive or cynical, of course, when community identity shifts from building to coping, decline accelerates. I know these things sound very self-explanatory and like very, not vague, because it's not vague, but like you should know that. But a lot of times these things happen silently and the bleed out is real, and we don't want to admit it to ourselves. We're down, so we don't want to sell. Like, this is real. And even if you, for whatever reason, want to hold on and you don't want to sell because you're down bad or something, at least be honest with yourself about the project. If it's dying, it's dying. Leadership vacuum. Projects often fail after founders step back, core leaders burn out, and vision fragments. So without leadership, decisions stall, of course, accountability completely fades, and the momentum dies. Decentralization does not mean an absence of leadership, which is a cool concept, right? Because decentralization is about there not being a centralized person who's running it, a company or person or whatever. But sometimes I feel like that whole idea of decentralization can lead to a place where like nobody's really in charge and nobody's really got a vision. And some people, if you can believe it, when they don't get kind of to be in charge and be the big guy and the smartest man in the room, when like they can't feed their ego, like they leave and they go somewhere else. And that leaves a void a lot of times if nobody wants to come pick up the torch and carry it. So the final phase, relevance loss. The final stage isn't collapse, it's irrelevance. I think this is the biggest point here that I was trying to make with this topic of the day, right? Is that it's not this big collapse. It's not a hack. It's not this rug pull. It's the irrelevance of the project. And the reason why I brought this up is because raising our crypto IQ, I feel like, is very much supposed to make us better speculators, right? I don't give financial advice, but I think the compounding effect of learning about crypto, blockchain, how it works, and all of these different elements, raising that crypto IQ effectively, we start to see things that we didn't see before. And so maybe we're going to see when things are losing complete relevancy, and maybe we won't be married to that bag when we didn't need to be. Maybe it'll make us better speculators in the market, right? So signs is no one forks it, no one integrates it, no one debates it. That's very interesting. The project simply stops mattering. This is how most crypto projects end. Why failure analysis matters in crypto. Understanding how projects die helps identify early warning signs, unhealthy incentive structures, governance theater, and narrative decay. This knowledge compounds across cycles. I promised that I didn't know it was going to say that. So structural pattern recognition. Across many failed projects, the same pattern repeats. Incentives break before tech, governance fails quietly, builders disengage before users, and narrative fade before liquidity. Recognizing patterns more than predictable prices. Survival is about alignment. I think this is like, this is here us moving away from why they die to like why they live, which is probably going to be the topic for tomorrow's stream. Projects that survive tend to maintain aligned incentives, engaged builders, clear purpose, and adaptable architecture. They evolve instead of pivoting blindly. So there's a big difference between a project evolving and pivoting blindly, right? Like there's a big difference between them doing kind of what they said they do, or coming up with a new idea in the middle of their roadmap and they're like, hey, we didn't realize it, but we kind of need to do this before we do that, versus being like, oh, we come out and we're building a gaming platform, and they're like, no, we're gonna be the blockchain for music, and then the next thing you know, 7 months later, they're like, and we're gonna be mostly AI now. Well, that's not a clear vision, right? That's not something developers and people developers maybe spent a ton of time building a marketplace for, blockchain music, and then all of a sudden they're supposed to build an AI swarm. That really discourages people who've been working hard. Once trust, relevance, and momentum are gone, rebuilding is harder than starting fresh, right? And I think what most things do is the developers just go somewhere else and start a new project. It's easier that way than saving the reputation of this project they've been working on. Attention moves on, builders migrate elsewhere. Crypto is unforgiving in stagnation. So if there's stagnation, the market of speculation is pretty unforgiving. All right, so we'll get back to where we were. That concludes the crypto IQ raising event of the night. As far as the topic of the day goes, what are we talking about here? UG training our brains. Man, I'm still a plankton. That's hilarious. UG bringing IQ deep within our souls. There you go. I love that. Man, chip me up. LOL plankton. Far from a whale. Dropping jewels, dropping pearls. Have you just described BTC maxis? That's hilarious, Blues guy. Shot fired. Shot. He said it, not me. He said it, not me. And then TM Hustlin says, me, I'm a BTC maxi. That's funny. Said, I don't agree with number 15. Okay. So TM Hustlin, because I was a Griff rug pull. Did I miss something there? I used to hear about coins called Turbo. Don't hear nothing anymore. Because it was a grift. Rug pull. Okay. Did you buy it, Blues? So he says he doesn't agree with number 15. Let's go back to number 15 because I'm not sure what that said. Again, Mr. Creek, are you a new person here in the chat? Or are you somebody else under a different username? I never know. I'm just asking. Drop by real quick to say what's up, brother. Coin operated. What's up? I appreciate you stopping by. If you just stopped in, you didn't really hear anything we were talking about, but we had a great topic of the night, raising that crypto IQ. TM Hustlin, did Turbo have fair distribution? Were there any unlocks? And Blues Guy says, what's up, Coin operated? Everybody make sure you've hit that like button and are subscribed to the channel. New to your chat. Okay, Mr. The Creek. Can I just call you Creek or The Creek? Either way, I appreciate your participation and being here more than you could ever know. So leadership vacuum. Okay, so he's saying he disagrees that projects often fail after founders step back. They're not, I don't know if maybe you're taking this as they're saying every single time, leadership changes or somebody steps back, the project fails. But I would say more times than not, when major players in a project step back, there's no good people to step in. And that could be a power struggle too. Like just because somebody stepped back, there's other people kind of that are there to step in, and they're not necessarily just handing the whole project over to a community, although some projects have done that. And I feel like when they just hand it over to a community, it works a lot better than when a couple people step back and then some of the people who were under them, who were kind of lower in the line than them, they take over the project. And then I think you see a lot more shenanigans and negative stuff with the project. Yeah, Mr. Creek, I mean, Satoshi steps away and the project flourish. Sure, I definitely give you that one. But what about all the other projects, right? Because Satoshi, I feel like to be 100% fair, BTC flourished because, one, it was very well built. Let's put it that way. And he stepped away when it was kind of all mostly built, right? I mean, there could be a ton of innovation, but it worked. It was effective. And there was nothing else, right? So people cared and people stayed around with BTC in today's environment. Because I think what I was reading, what I was talking about, I'm very much talking about today's environment in crypto, not what it was in 2012, right? So that you didn't have any options. I mean, Ethereum came out maybe a little bit later, but you have Bitcoin and Ethereum. There was not a bunch of different options. And now there is. So attention doesn't stay long. I like to hear and learn about new projects. You never know. We find the next big thing. ADA founder doesn't shut up, and yet ADA price has and will struggle. Yeah. That could be a fundamental thing of the way ADA is set up in general. ADA is basically designed to innovate and grow very, very, very securely, but very, 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 very slowly. I have some ADA, but I'm no ADA maxi. That's for sure. And everybody here is entitled to their own opinions. I love that Mr. Creek is saying what he thinks, right? Never be afraid to do that. TM Hustlin, read the white paper and see how the project allocates its distribution and how the code works. Yeah, Mr. Creek has a great point there. Wrong, there were others, not with code for BRT for BTC. We jump around a lot. I'm trying to stay on track with what you were saying here. Wrong, there were others. Yeah, working in Bitcoin. I wasn't. I don't know if you're talking to somebody else in the chat. I never said that there weren't other people working in BTC. I don't think we know a whole lot about them either. But my point was BTC is a huge project and there was nothing like it at the time. It has the first mover advantage. People who got into the space definitely got, like, its historic rise in price action for BTC is what made BTC, aside from the fact that it was the only thing out pretty much, besides maybe Ethereum later, it made it the core interest. Everybody put their money in, or everybody who was in the space was invested in it. They made tons of money. So they're going to be very pro BTC. BTC is not going to go anywhere, but it's going to be a little bit different with other projects who have not seen that crazy price explosion. And right, so people are not maxis about it. Let's just put it that way. Before BTC, there were other projects that tried to be peer-to-peer. However, the code of those projects were scammy. Yeah, definitely there were. There were a few. I mean, there wasn't a lot of projects, I don't think, before BTC, but there were a few, and nobody really remembers them because they didn't get it right. You know, they didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't have the right combination of things to whatever it was, whether their problems were scalability, they said that their code wasn't good, stuff like that. Said you should join the Discord, Mr. Creek. They drop crazy knowledge. Pricing code are two different things. Yeah, absolutely they are. Yeah, I would never say price and code are the same thing. Cascade is an online brokerage platform that supports around-the-clock trading and perpetual markets. So this is another perpetual. No token generation event. It's raised $15 million so far. And yeah, join the Discord if you'd like. We'd love to have you in there. It seems like you're passionate, and it seems like you've been around a while in crypto, so the more the merrier. This show is not about me being the smartest person in the room or everybody. I'm always here learning together. Matter of fact, this channel was created for me to hold my own self accountable to deep dive and research crypto on a daily basis and raise my own crypto IQ and get more knowledgeable about crypto every day. And then, of course, when you're doing it, you want people who you can talk with and people who are passionate about other things. And I just didn't have that, as almost nobody, crypto really has that in their day-to-day life. And so we needed people who share the same passion in some form, even if they're in other niches, right? Sorry, bro, not trying to prick. Oh, Mr. Creek, you're good, man. You are welcome here. You've been very respectful as far as the things that you have to say. This is supposed to be a community of people who love crypto and are passionate. There's going to be differences of opinions, and if we can't healthily talk to each other about it, well, then you're not going to be a very good community. And I'm very slow to get offended or angry, so I think I'm a good person to lead this community in that manner. And when I created this channel, I really went and looked to find other people doing this, and I couldn't find anybody doing this type of content, what I was looking for, and so I just stepped up to the plate and did it myself. So I'm very much just kind of I'm not like some crazy I'm smarter than you guru, right? I'm just a normal person who loves crypto, who's been studying crypto for many years. And, I just want to build a community around it and bring people in. So if you know something, I want to know what you know and share what I know. It's all about the community, man. No prick, you seem smart, and we love smart people. Brother, welcome. Yeah, I think you'll find that people here love what you have to say. As long as you're respectful, you're more than welcome in the community. So this is Helios. Let's go. Oh, it doesn't have a chart. Okay, so no token generation event, right? And a big part of what we do, Mr. Creek, in the beginning of the show and whatnot before we get to the topic of the day is we talk about what's trending, news stories, top gainers, top losers of the day, stuff like that. So it's very much also kind of keeping a pulse on the market and what's going on and new projects coming out and the hype about them. What do they do? So that when you see projects and, an article like this project pumped 300%, you're like, wow, we were looking at that project before it even had a token generation event. Kind of like this we're looking at right now. They've raised $3.3 million from bulk capital. And they have no token generation event yet, right? So let's look at their Twitter. Let's see how much attention they're getting. Says, awesome, good for you, keep it up. I appreciate you saying that, man. Definitely appreciate that. So the ETF native layer 1. I thought I read it wrong at first, but I did not. ETF native blockchain. That's a new narrative. I haven't heard that one yet. So a blockchain that's designed for ETFs. Secured by multi-chain consensus run by Helios. So the pin post is from 13 hours ago. Has 11,000 impressions out of their 32.5 thousand followers. Doesn't seem like they have a lot of attention here. Now, what do I know? Maybe they have a Telegram group with 500,000 people in it. I don't know. But we go by the Twitter kind of metric here, and it doesn't seem like they've gotten a lot of attention. But remind you that this no token generation event, this thing is very new. Let's take a look at their website. Does seem very financial, and very financial stuff a lot of times is not super bullish to the average retail, right? So the first ETF native blockchain, AI managed portfolios, multi-asset security, ETF logic at the core, secured by IPOSR, powered by Hyperon, orchestrated by Kronos. Bridge once, own the market. So AI managed portfolios. That is a really cool concept. I mean, you had to see that one. If you didn't see that one coming, I don't know. You should have definitely put that one on your crypto bingo card. So public sale rounds of Helios. Join the public rounds of HLS token and get early access to the Helio ecosystem. So this is very much them raising capital, right? What do they got? Coin terminal starting on the 16th, which was today, ending to be announced. You can participate. So this is how you get into this project early. Is that what they're saying? Be part of Helios before the official launch. Then we have DAO Maker on the 17th, Hue Starter, Polka Starter. Got a bunch of different ones going on. 16th, 18th, 16th, 17th, 17th. So they have multiples of these going on. Some of them say they have 0 time left, so they must be done, as this coin terminal does. How do you participate? Oh, it did not like that website. It's actually really rare that my antivirus blocks something. Is this the same one? No, it's not the same one. This is Hue Starter. Connect a wallet. They've got a launch pad. On a random note, anybody see, we haven't talked about it in a while, that PancakeSwap, they have kind of a launch pad, or they have a launch pad as well. It's pretty cool. So one of my own thoughts here, I wanted to look up guns. This is a gaming platform that off the grid, a AAA gaming, play to earn gaming and things is built on. Wanted to see where it was. Oh, it's all the way down at It's like 600. What is it? Okay, 653. It's down today, 103. I just don't know how this how this project doesn't do well with the game that they built, or the game that launched through their platform off the grid. Off the grid looks like a solid game. I haven't played it yet, but this is one I'm thinking about speculating on for sure. And it'd probably be a good time to grab some when it's crushed like it is right now. It's still up 15% on the week, right? From a penny to 2 pennies and some change. Says, whatever you do, Mr. Creek, lay it out there. Absolutely. Blues guy talking about Helio. Hello, a crypto payment processor acquired by MoonPay, Mission Helios. An older Ethereum project used satellite data in Helios project that aims to build. I think that's not the same platform. Used with TitanX protocol. Yeah, we've talked about TitanX and a lot of those things. That is, I don't think that's the right Helios, man. I think that's the wrong one. That's ticker HLX, and the Helios that we were talking about is HLS. So it happens all the time, right? I knew I've heard Helios before, and this doesn't even have a token generated yet, so I know that it's not the same project I was looking at. So there you go. So let's go take a look at our top gainers, top losers. Probably not going to spend a crazy amount of time on it today, as we are already rolling into almost 2 hours here. Of course, not cooperating. It never wants to go back for me when I'm live streaming. I don't know what that's about. Doesn't do it when I'm not live. So it's not smarter, it's smarter? SmartX? Okay. I should say it in my head a couple of times before, but I don't. 181.5% SmartX. So what is this thing? Is it smart? That's what I want to know. Max Chart says it's been around since March 20th, 2023. Another project from 2023. But look at this bounce. That's something right there. Let's look at the monthly. I mean, this thing is just flat from less than a penny to still less than a penny, but up 133%, 181 in the last 24 hours. Whatever it is, it's getting some traction. So 60.9 million, or it could be a pump group, who knows. 10 billion tokens, 9.3 billion in circulating supply, almost fully vested. Ethereum contract, base Solana, Polygon, BNB Smart Chain, and Arbitrum 1. Decentralized exchange token. It's an exchange-based token, so this smartdex.io must be an exchange. I think that is the rational thing to think there. Welcome to the world's only fully decentralized perpetual. Well, they've been around since 2023, so is that still true? So I understand that 0.15 ETH will be deposited and immediately returned to my wallet each time I complete an action? Sure, because I don't have a wallet linked to it, so I don't really care, but I want to see what kind of pairs they got here. What other pairs are there? So Delta neutral strategy, manage your USD in, long ETH with leverage, accumulate ETH on dips. This is a very interesting project here. AI assistant. What does that do? Market analysis, token tracking, DeFi opportunities, personal assistant, AI advisor available 24/7 for decisions. You can ask them anything. This looks pretty cool. Like, this part looks really cool. What's a good trade right this moment? You have to link something. So this is all early access, huh? I connect my MetaMask. Will it let me search if I do that? Are they going to charge me? Your participation is 100% free during this stage. Application data. This product is in development. Use is at your own risk. All right, well, I'm not going to use it, but it does seem to be kind of new stuff they've rolled out here. Even though it's been around since 2023. This sounds pretty cool. I don't know how well it works, of course, at all. But if you have like some AI things at your fingertip, the thing with a lot of these AI projects and stuff is they need you to pay for them in some way. All that computational power on their back end is not free, you know? So they rather have to charge you high fees. They have to charge you like per question you ask, something, you know? I don't see them just giving it away for free. That would absolutely crush the project. Said, I'm pretty sure some of these tokens are going to pump hard once the new Fed chair steps in and gives dovish announcements. Yeah, you're probably right there. All right, so that's SmartDex or SmartAdex. It's one to keep an eye on. It's again not like fully rolled out yet, so I think I'll wait for it to develop a little bit more. You have this Numine or Numine token. I don't know anything about that. Ticker Numi. On the max chart, it says it's been around since March 30th, 2025. Of course, that's talking about the token generation event, not the project as a whole. 178% on the max chart. It's up. It's at 30.9 million in market cap, 1 billion max supply, but only 165.7 million in circulating supply. So decent tokenomics at the moment. ETH, BNB, and Avalanche contracts. Take a look at their Twitter. It says TM eventually. So 74.4 thousand followers. Pin post got 31,000 impressions from December 15th, which was yesterday. It's a pretty good ratio here. And Ghost M Global wins Best RPG to play at Play to Earn Blockchain Gaming Rewards. All right, I'm in. You've convinced me. Once you say gaming, I'm all in. So Best Play to Earn, Ghost M Global, dive into the ultimate adventure, experience Ultimate Go platform. So it's available on Google Play and Apple Test Flight. What the heck is Apple Test Flight? Testing apps with Test Flight. To test beta versions of apps and app clips using TestFlight, you'll need to accept an email or public invitation. Okay, so it seems like they're still getting their iOS application out. I kind of wish it was playable on computer. I don't know why they sleep on that. Why are they sleeping on that? I don't know, but I guess I'll wait to see anything about it. Very interesting, though. All right, another one to keep on the radar for sure. I think people are beginning to speculate maybe on that because it's up 181% today. And that's really, we've looked at Ribita on virtuals. Ticker is Tibber, BitLight, 4, Luxcoin, Wojak. Not exactly new token. And the top loser of the day. Oh, man. Say it ain't so. The top loser of the day is the American dream. Maybe if you live in Canada, that's not sad to you. But for us in America, that's sad that the top loser of the day is the American dream. All jokes aside, I have no idea what that project is. We need to keep an eye on those projects that give a lot to talk about. It's time to make a top 10 list to invest in these coins. Okay. There's so many coins, it's a hard list to make. Gotta have a definitely a clear risk tolerance on that. And with that, let's play a round of Mattel, and then we'll play some Panzer Dogs as we move into the Underground Crypto Hangout, Undergroundians Hangout, part of the show tonight. Now we can kind of hang out and talk about what anybody wants to talk about, as we're 10 minutes shy of the 2-hour stream. Stream was, I think, really good tonight. Very productive. I love the topic. I love when we have the new topics. We've been going very heavy in, and that's a shout out to Blues Guy. Let me know. I'm gonna play around a Mattel, and then let's play some Panzer Dog if you're down. So be ready. We need to keep an eye on those projects. Yeah. I was saying something. I lost my train of thought. I do apologize. Let's play hard. Let's play with the only character that's worth playing. Let the missiles fly. Exactly. Trying to figure out where to put the chat that's not always in the way. All right. All right, let's get some more. Oh wait, that was just more damage. I want to get more hats flying around. I don't know who decided that the hat was the weapon and for this cat, the Solana cat or whatever, but that's what we're doing. All right, now we got 2 of them going with good damage. We're cooking now. Hopefully we can beat this with no issue, as one of the quests is to complete 1 round. I guess I could always throw it on the easiest round, but that doesn't seem fun. That almost might be boring. But I at least have some challenge. Turn that damage up. And then after that, we need to start grabbing some speed. Because without speed, that's the #1 reason why I won't beat the bosses, if I don't have any real speed. The hat does a ton of damage, though. It really does. I thought the bananas were good on the monkey character. Much better. And I really hope that that game that we were just looking at, Katana Inu or whatever, I really hope that that game is good to go as far as downloading it and it being safe and all of that jazz. Gotta be careful. Always gotta be careful out here in the world of crypto, right? You wouldn't think somebody would go through that much effort to rug you, but they absolutely would. The more confidence they build, the bigger the rug. So they will go through a lot of effort sometimes. Build immaculate websites. It's not like it was years ago, where a lot of times you could tell the rugs because they didn't really put like any effort in. Yeah, I will be inviting you in just a moment, Blues Guy. I am going to play this 1 round, win or lose. And on the setting I'm on right now, this honestly shouldn't take very long. I definitely need some speed, though. Speed, very important here. Alright, speed. Got the speed, so that's good. I need speed at least like another time or 2 in order to actually deal with the boss. I really need to get one of those magnets that grabs all the XP on the board. The first boss is not too difficult. It's that second boss that's annoying. Bang, and we got the grab the speed. Alright, I think we're fast enough now to deal with the final boss. This round really shouldn't take very long. And let's go ahead and knock him out for a while, and then we'll hit the magnet and we'll grab all the XP at once. Probably as soon as the next boss comes in, that's when I'll be hitting that. We need to get some more chests, though. We could use our backup health. Like the EpiPen health or whatever. Almost got another upgrade. Come on, give us one. No, it's just giving nothing but potions here. It's wild. Definitely didn't get the life steal. The life steal is definitely what you need. Oh, got another one of those. We'll go ahead and grab that. More speed. There it is. Finally got one of those. Oof. Almost walked right into that. Alright, things are getting dicey now. Do I trust in these hats to sit in one spot and just kind of farm? More speed. Just be stupid fast. Man, those ones that shoot at you are so annoying. Grab some more health. I want to be decked out on health before this final boss comes out. Come on. All right, new boss came in. Grab all the XP. Take the cooldowns. Increase the damage. Cooldowns again. And we should just be rocking. We got enough speed for sure. We're decked out. There's no reason why we should lose here unless I just do something stupid. Oof, like that. That's how you lose right there. Doing a lot of damage though. It's not taking as long as it normally does. At least I didn't die from a one hit. Usually this guy will one hit you all day long. And we're done. Go collect the quests, and we are on to Panzer Dogs. Camsta. I haven't seen Camsta in a minute. You want to play Panzer Dogs? I know Blues Guys is in. TM Hustlin says you be shy, Melissa. She might just be tired from a long day of working, right? My day has been nice and quiet. How about your day? Shy from what? Nah, she's not shy. Just another day, another dollar. How is your favorite coin doing? All right, let's see. Collect all these quests, and then it is time for some Panzer Dogs. All right, let's go. We'll invite the Blues guy, and we will invite the Camsta. I think Camsta went to bed. Did Camsta say good night? Did he go to bed? Do love the hangout session. I don't think Cam is here, so let's go ahead and move on. If he's here, he can let me know. I know he loves some games. Says her coins keep going down. All of our coins keep going down. Straight treachery. All right. First blood didn't go to me. Sit in the middle and control these like electric balls and just keep hitting everybody with them. Send it across the pond. Bang bang, he did. Sound Law. I like that name. Trying to run me out of the middle there. I got you guys. Ooh, I need health. I need health bad. All right, that's a wrap. 10-3. Who got MVP? I don't think it was me. Probably Blues guy. Yep, Blues guy. I need to change my card like that for sure. All right, let's go home. So where do I go to change this card? All right, so here I can customize. I don't think I have much to customize. Wow, they have a lot of... So this is like the default. Equip. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I think private's whatever is what you start off with. Oh, Monad, yep. All right, let's go. I won't waste too much time with that. We'll get a few rounds in here. Shout out to everybody being here. We just rolled into 2 hours of streaming. Just another day on our way to getting monetized. Another stream in the bag. Another great crypto IQ raising event. Another day exploring crypto, right? And we did our due diligence, and now we can hang out and have fun, right? We do the work up front, then we get a little bit of hangout time, a little bit of downtime. Oh man, I just cooked him. Oh yeah, he didn't even know it was coming there. Bang. Bang. Let's go. I got the long range. Done. I feel like I'm being really quiet. I'm not tired, but maybe I am. Maybe I don't know that I'm tired. You ever been like tired and you didn't know that you were tired, but it showed in your actions? I don't think I've ever been that quiet while playing this. Maybe I'm just really focused. Maybe I'm just trying to make commentary right now and not sit here in silence. Yeah, shout out to Monad. I think Monad has promise. I think Monad will do stuff. Luco. How's Luco been? I've hopped on it a few times, but like I said, I don't really wander around my neighborhood. And has anybody tried Luco while you're driving? It kicks you out of the app. At least I think that's why it was kicking me out. No, I don't. Too cold out. Yeah, exactly. What's your thoughts on Monad? It'd be cool if I could drive around and play Luco. Sorry. Because they have a whole little thing with Monad right now. I did not get one of the passes or whatever. I also didn't try hard enough. Do you also make money with Loot Go? So the way that Loot Go works is you get like tickets, right? And then you can go into the like store and you can like spend your tickets on like raffles, right? And then you have a chance to win something. I don't know. How long do you play it when you don't win anything before you like are tired of it? I don't know. But I'm trying it out. I'm stacking my token or my tickets to like maybe actually get something by pledging a lot of them to something. I don't know. That's my idea. I also haven't really seen a lot of stuff on there that I'm really excited to try to get. So a lot of this stuff feel pretty random a lot of the time. But it is very new, so it could definitely get better with time. And if you actually win stuff, I guess you would think it was great. That would be some interesting content to do as well. Ah, he got me. I should have been too far away for him to hit with that flamethrower. I know whenever I use it, it has a really short range. It sounds okay. Yeah, I mean, it's free, so if you open it up and just grab what's around you and you don't really like actually, you know, move around, then I think it's all right. You're definitely not losing anything, but maybe a little bit of time. All right, 10-3 again. Yeah, I just opened it for the daily rewards. Exactly. Same here. And if everybody can make sure they smash that like button, it's amazing. Even though I've said it a million times, I bet you there's one of you out there who hasn't hit that like button. Why? The world may never know why. How about that new intro today? How do people feel about that new intro today? I'm not gonna lie, I put it together right before the stream, so I hope everybody thought it was good. I am gonna mess with it a little bit more, but it was rather don't have it ready or have it ready, and I just had what I had ready, right? All right, let's go. I walked right into that. Bang. All right, got rid of him. We didn't need him. Oh yeah, I was cooked. A little bit of a lag going on here. I don't know what that's about. Yep, it's so funny when I said I bet you there's some of you guys who haven't hit that like button. All of a sudden, the likes on the video went up by like 5. That's crazy. Shout out to the whole community. I love you guys. It's not all about the likes. But they do help us grow, and they help us get other people into the community. Bang. He done. Need to get some health. It's 7-3. It's been like 10-3 like every game so far, right? Oh yeah, we cooking him. Oh, we cooking him. Get my kills up like right at the end here. Oh man. I almost like the turret that you have, Blues Guy, over this turret. I don't know. I'm probably going to play this turret for another like week or so. And if I don't start picking up my kill ratio, I might have to go back to the original there. Rel's in the house. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Coming into the hangout part of the stream after we've already raised our crypto IQs, gone over what's trending, top gainers, top losers, news of the day, what's going on. China is not officially in quantitative easing. I know you came here just to find that out. But thanks for being here, man. Smashing that like button. Are you working, Rose? Are you at the restaurant or are you off? Also, Rels, are you in my Discord, bro? You should definitely join the Discord. Bang, got him. He done. Also, Rels, we play this game at the end of the stream almost every day. And you can play it on mobile if you ever want to hop on. Blues Guy says he plays it on mobile. Obviously, I play everything on the computer, so you know me. Oh, he juked me on that one. What is going on? With a little bit of lag in the mechanics of this game, I have to like pretty much shoot where they're gonna be like in a minute from now. Like literally 45 seconds from now. You can't shoot where they are. Bang, got him. How you like that? Bang, got him. Let's go. Probably not getting a lot of kills though. Bang, got him. Come on, let me get that kill. Yo, I swear sometimes. Blues guy just stole my kill. All right, 10-2. 10-2. Said I just clocked out. Definitely need to join. Yeah, it's on mobile. Hit me up. I'll show you how to set it up, man. Dope, you just checked out. Where are you going? You going home? You could always slide by the crib. I'm just saying. It's one of my it's like one of my best friends in real life, if anybody's wondering why I'm saying that. He's a brother to me. I say best friend, but he's really my brother. But not my brother who I always go to his house on the weekends. I only really have two brothers. Let's go. It's been like 10-2, 10-3 every game. Can we get a wipe, right? Underground, many times you steal in two. I know. We're all just like licking shots, right? We're just click, 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 click. It's a team effort. I'm just playing about stealing kills. I don't actually care. I more care that we win than that. Ooh, Blues guy, go get some health. Don't let him get you. Nice. Love the grass. Ooh, got him. Take that. 4-0. Let's try to wipe him. Let's try not to get any kills. I guess I can't control what Angry Creek does. Hopefully he's got enough sense to go get him some health. Bang. See, Blues guy, I just stole your kill right there. It happens. All right, come on out, or I'm coming in. Oh, it totally just lagged. That was weird. The broski, exactly, TM hustling. Familia. So funny when it comes to like other languages and stuff. It's like one part of you, like you meet people who speak other languages and like you know a few words and you say something, and then they're like, "Oh, that's so cool," you know, like they think it's cool most of the time. But like if you only know like a little bit or whatever, you don't really know how to speak it and stuff like that. You're never really sure if you're even using it 100% appropriately, and you just feel like a fraud, right? You feel like you're like cultural appropriation or something, even though it's obviously not. It's just funny, the dynamic. I always feel like I shouldn't say the things I know to people who are, it almost seems like cliche, right? Like it's like if you know somebody who's Italian from Italy, right, and you say like not like stupid things like, you know, fettuccine, like, you know what I mean, but like actual Italian words or something, and then it's like you feel like a fraud, right? Because you don't actually know Italian. But they always think it's really cool. It's quite interesting. Obviously, Spanish is what's more prevalent around me, so that's what it usually winds up being with. Ooh, first blood. I got first blood of the game. That's sick. Come on, let me get in there. Oh, I forgot to put it on full screen. Let's do that. Can't believe we're this far into it, and I'm just now putting it on full screen. Oh man, I messed up my character. He won't go. All right, there we go. It usually fixes itself after a minute. All right, you missed all your shots, bud. Now it's my turn. Oh, Blues guy. He came in for the kill, and he got taken out. Dang, I got taken out with 3. I swear sometimes it'd just be lagging or something, because it took so long for my actual shot to come in. That was crazy. I definitely should have been able to get a shot off in that amount of time. Get him. Router 1510. Kind of weird bot name is that? I swear some of them are bots for sure. Come on down. Catch these rounds. Like that. Come on down and catch these rounds. It's got a ring to it. Bang. Ooh, I was about to pick that up too. Bambino, now you have to kiss the Godfather's ring. That's pretty funny. Well, like I said, another successful stream. Shout out to everybody who was here. I think that's going to be my last match of the night, as I do have some other things to do for the other business. Lots of cross-listing, probably some shipping. I'll open some supply drop real quick. I still can't link my wallet. Blues guy, you link your wallet to this Panzer Dogs yet? Because I am not able to do that so far. It's got a new color. Color wag. It says lag. Yep, exactly. Jumping those other players. Yeah, we were crushing them a little bit. Just a little bit. Great stream, sir. Thank you very much. Shout out to you for always being here. And truly, very much so, hope that your mother makes a smooth recovery, man. And that everything goes well. Or that it goes the way that it was meant to be, right? That's how I like to say it a lot of the time. Maybe you agree with that, maybe you don't. Edit. What is this? Oh, look at... Oh, yeah, we gotta rock that. That's cool. This is the old one. That one's cool, but we gotta switch it up. That looks slick. What else do we got? Okay, we got that on. We got that on. Do I have this on? Yeah, I do have that on. Enjoyed the evening with all of you. I could not agree more. Blues guy, how did you change your card? It must have. Did you just get? You got a cool card or something? Gain XP to unlock new rewards. Amen, brother. Amen. And just know, Blues guy, I'm always here for you if you need to reach out and talk to somebody. You got my number. Don't be shy. It says Underground the Shark. Yeah, I know. Definitely got a slick looking tank right now. Look at that bad boy. Yo, that is pretty cool. I'm liking that. Well, everybody have a great night. I'm going to try to get this game rocking. I'm going to go on YouTube and watch some things, because if it's bogus and it's just malware and it's not real, you're not going to have multiple people playing it on YouTube. So we'll check that out. I think it's probably fine. But we will definitely check it out. Usually it's really interesting is usually when I download something, usually then my my antivirus scans it. Like when I download it before you really download it, And I noticed it didn't do that. So that's weird. But anyways, everybody stay underground, stay crypto. Hopefully we're just getting a dip before the bounce. We've been lower, guys. I mean, let's see. I'm on the chart. You can't see it. I'm on the 4-hour chart, but you know, we were down at 83,761. We went all the way down to just not quite under 80,000, but 80,600. It looks like. So we've been lower than where we are right now. Not even that long ago, we've been lower than where we are right now. So we'll take every day, one day at a time, with a grain of salt. Try not to be overly bearish. Try not to be overly bullish. And just take it as it comes. I'll see everybody in the Discord, in the underground crypto moonbase. I think we might bring underground crypto mission moonbase back. I think we might have to bring that back if anybody remembers even what that was. But anyways, I can say goodbye 100 times. Everybody have a great night. I will catch you in the next one. We talked about why projects fail. Tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about why projects succeed, right? We'll give them the dreary, and then we'll hit them with the hopium copium. Let me know about the game if you did play. I will, absolutely. And maybe it's 2-player and stuff. Maybe we can link up. DeFi Friday might be more lit than usual. Maybe I'm going to go for the all-day stream, but like a really long stream again on Friday. Maybe we'll do that. If that game's working, I probably will do that. So anyways, have a great night. Stay underground, stay crypto. Crypto Ron out.